Kamlager-Dove.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Let's be clear, telework and remote work works. Workers want it because it makes them more productive and reduces stress by avoiding commutes. It has been life-changing for parents, military spouses, people with disabilities, and others who have access to more job opportunities and better work-life balance. Employers want it because it helps attract the best talent. New mothers want it because it helps them manage postpartum depression, motherhood, and life, and getting to Congress. My colleagues have cherry-picked the evidence to support their claim that we need to return to pre-pandemic telework postures. But most of the research shows that telework flexibility is a net positive for employers and employees alike. That's probably why a 2023 survey of House employees shows Republicans use it for their own staff. COVID opened our eyes to the advantages of telework. We can't and shouldn't ignore those lessons. And it's not so much about government agencies being unproductive. It is about being under-resourced, but also overwhelmed by Republican hearing committee gotcha agendas that refocus their energies on showing up and performing here rather than doing the work for the American people. So let's continue to put this into perspective. We know now that 2023 was the hottest year on record by a wide margin, and the rate of warming over the past century has no precedent. We also had record-breaking temperatures in our oceans, with marine heat waves occurring all over the globe. Concentrations of carbon dioxide and methane, two major greenhouse gases, also hit new highs. And the consequences are all around us: extreme weather, floods, droughts, wildfires, new disease outbreaks. It's getting worse, and addressing it will require resources, coordination, and commitment on an unprecedented scale. 72% of the American people know that climate change is happening every day, not 4 times a year. But what are we here to do today? We are micromanaging where people's duty stations are and how often they have to commute. Luckily, Democrats and the Biden administration are pulling our weight. Under Democratic leadership, we passed the Inflation Reduction Act and the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, which had historic investments for addressing the climate crisis. Now the Department of Interior is working diligently and effectively to implement them both. In my home state of California, Interior recently awarded about $295 million to protect the Colorado River Basin, enabling us to conserve up to 643,000 acre-feet of water through next year to better protect constituents against the impacts of historic droughts and the climate crisis. That kind of commitment is what it will take. And this type of action is what my colleagues on the other side oppose. The Biden-Harris administration is getting the work done, remotely, hybrid, and in person. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to the witnesses for being here. I yield back.